Yeah, just waiting for the game invite, so we shall know that very, very soon. So you want to give us a quick update on the round of 8?
Yes, so round of 8 still looking like we got Brody against MGG Muex. I'm not sure how those games are going as yet. We're not getting any game updates. We've got ETL Soundwave versus Loudy Tinhai. And obviously we're now at the moment watching, we're about to start watching game 2 of Pskin versus Jager. And then it will be Welshie and... so whoever the winner of Welshie and Cheese Omelette will be playing against Ivy and Stinger. So that is the top 8 so far, or almost the top 8, and we'll see how we go. So I think we're still waiting on Welshie to see if he can... see if he's actually won against or lost against Cheese Omelette, to see who's actually going to round out the top 8 there.
Okay, looks like we're going to go to Korhal. Just waiting for the invite.
So guys, these matches are live. So unfortunately we can't just keep on smashing through the games. We have to wait until the players are ready and they've done what they need to do, warm their hands up, got their cup of cocoa and they're ready to rock. But
okay, join off me, mate.
Fantastic. As I say that.
Okay, we'll be getting into this game in just a second. Alright, so the game load screen has begun, and we'll be getting into this game very, very shortly.
It's around Korhal Compound here as well. So another map which we don't see that often.
So we have Pskin in the red for the Zerg, and didn't really have much of an answer to his opponent's push there with a 4-gate. 5-gate, was it? Yeah, it was 5-gate.
It was 5-gate.
And we have Jager here in the bottom left on Korhal Compound.
So pretty tight choke point here, generally speaking anyway, for the first expo for both these players. So we'll most likely see a pretty quick hat-trick coming out from Pskin.
Is this normal sending out the drone scout as well?
Yeah, one thing I noticed about Pskin is he actually does have a very early drone scout. A lot of players generally try to do the scout at around 2 minutes, unless he's going to try something sneaky. We do have the pylon up from Jager now, as it looks like it's going to be possibly a Nexus first.
We've got the pool going down here for Pskin.
Yeah, so it looks like Pskin may have seen this pylon and decided to get a pull down instead of going to hatch first, to see what he can do about the inevitable Nexus first, which is about to go ahead.
Nexus goes down.
Yeah, so this does give a window of opportunity for Pskin now. He is going the expansion. So it looks anyway. Yes, he is. So he won't be able to get that many lings out to start with, and he will be supply blocked shortly thereafter. So it looks like there's no early pressure, although there is definite window of opportunity. Things like it is not the easiest to wall off there for the Nexus expand.
But I think if you just drop a cannon behind that pylon, you should be reasonably safe there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can actually answer this for me. We see Pskin's a little bit supply blocked as that overload pops, but he did see the Nexus go down rather quickly, and he already had his spawning pool up and running. So would it have been better to actually pressure with some Zerglings?
Well, what I would have done was he was at 16 out of 18 when he had that spawning pool down, which is generally what you want to be to put your you generally want to go a Overlord at 15, so you can get 2 Zerglings out. That's a normal game, really. As soon as he saw that pylon down and he saw nothing else, he could have assumed it was a Nexus. Build another, build an Overlord, make sure he wasn't supply blocked. Then he could have at least got 6 lings out down there just to do a bit of harassment before anything was out. He still could have got his expansion up, but he would have been able to harass. So I think there was a bit of a missed opportunity there. But at the end of the day, 6 lings might not have done too great, but there was nothing up. So he could have done some damage and taken out a few probes and just giving Jager a bit of a headache and slowed him down because as we saw from last game, once Jager got going, he was pretty formidable.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm seeing Jager drop his 3rd here, and sorry, not Jager. Pskin's dropped his 3rd, and Jager is fully aware of it, so he knows what is going on here.
Yeah, so I think Pskin might be a bit wary after the last game. I think that's what it was. After getting up against this 5-gate, he doesn't want to just assume anything. I think he wants to see if he can get his 3rd up, see if he can get into this macro game. I haven't really seen many of Pskin's games, but some players don't like the early confrontations, and they just really like going into this comfortable, like this 3-base versus 2-base, this normal metagame where players just seem to be comfortable with, and they just don't want to kind of venture out too much. Especially when they're doing 20 games, some players aren't really that experienced doing 20, so they don't really want to switch it up and do something if they've just been practicing for 20s or whatever. You go, okay, against Protoss, if he does Nexus, I'm going to go 2 expansions and just get my 3rd up quickly, and then macro up. So if you're nervous, you don't really want to be switching out from that. And wow, so this looks like we're going to go for the 7-gate. 8 gates now down for Jager. So this is not going to be looking good for Pskin yet again, it seems.
Yeah, it's interesting because Pskin had gone for his early gas. He took 2 gas. He didn't put any drones into it straight away. He's dropped his evolution chamber now, and he's got the roach warrant on the way as well. But didn't have that transfer of drones over to gas as soon as they popped. So he's taking his 3rd gas now.
So this is actually this is pure Stefano 12-min Roach Max. This strat right now, he's getting an early +1. You're most likely seeing him take a 4th gas. And, if he can get some roaches out, which he's getting 7 roaches out right now, he may be able to hold this off. There's no link speed out yet, but if he can actually get some units up and get them rallied to his 3rd, he could actually stop this. But what he really needs to do is take out these 2 pylons. He could lose his 3rd and still take out these pylons and be safe, I think.
Yeah. He's going to stack that 3rd, and he's got a couple of spines on the way, but just about to pop, almost ready. Doesn't want to get supply blocked. He has had a bit of trouble getting his supply count up, so he needs to get a couple of Overlords out there because that hatchery is going to go down very, very quickly.
Yeah, so it definitely looks like Jager's in a strong position here, even though Pskin, he's in a better position than he was last game. He's nearly got his +1 up. He's getting a number of roaches out. He will be in a second.
And that's an unfortunate small location for some of that lava, especially the Overlord that would have helped him with the supply count, but he does have a lot of supply now.
And here we go, pushing in. You see those queens up. And sit back at the base, he really needs to use them for transfuse, and both spines go down. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. He's doing a pretty good job of actually microing away from these as well as taking minimum damage. And there's 11 roaches about to pop. He may be able to hold this off, but he needs to really make sure his micro is top notch here.
Nicely fended off, but there's going to be a lot more reinforcements coming in here for Jager. Just having a quick scout around with his overlords. He doesn't want to lose these overlords. Really good to protect him.
So, if you actually have a look at the income tab, Jager is ahead, but only just. It's basically even at the moment. But the gas, that's the one thing to note. The Zerg does have a higher gas income. There's another fight happening here at the moment. And it looks like Pskin actually might be alright. He's +1 he's up now, so that's going to help him a lot. But the Royals still have a +1 for Protoss. But he really needs to get his spine crawler up and make sure his micro is on target. He's got 8 more roaches coming out, so I think he might be safe at the moment. Doesn't get to cancel that spine, but he really needs to put 1 or 2 down here to see if he can just hold this off. That's all he needs to do, is hold it off.
Yeah, another 5 roaches on the way. He's got link speed on the way. No links on the board though. We'd like to see a bit of transfuse from the Queen.
And Jager GG.
Jager GG's out. Wow. Quite interesting there. I thought Jager could have actually taken that to the late game, but
that was a fantastic hold from Pskin there.
Yeah, awesome stuff.
리플레이가 저장되었습니다.
So obviously Jager, knowing that his 8K, bit of an all-in there, was failing. I didn't think the Jager was really that far behind. I think even if he had pulled out and just gone back into pro production, he wouldn't have been any worse off. He did take the third base down for Jager. For Pskin. He did take his third base down, and I just really think that Jager was probably still in that. But it could have been anyone's game, I think, still. But Jager taps out, and it's 1-1. We'll go back into the third game.
Yeah, so we got off to a decider here, so we're just waiting on Jager to pick a map, and it looks like we're going to Cloud Kingdom.